I'm Jane Hutchison. Relationship, I'm going to be Katie's mother-in-law in the summer.
Yeah, and I'm Katie Hendra, and yeah, as I said, I'm engaged to Shane's son Neil, who also fences men's sabre. So, yeah.
Well, let's just sort of round this off then. It's a very odd situation in sport, isn't it, that you found yourself in? Because not only are you related or going to be related in the sport, but you were facing each other yesterday as well.
Yeah, it happens quite a lot actually.
there is a very odd relationship, well, not odd relationship, it's an interesting relationship between us actually. It starts quite a long time ago really.
Yeah, I think I knew Jane before I knew Neil, and obviously probably about 12 years or so now. And on Neil's daughter Jo also fences. She would be here today actually this week with the women's sabre team, which just had a baby, so she's not here. But and obviously Jane's other daughter Jenny fences, and both their partners fence, and she was supposed to be here refereeing, but couldn't because of the baby as well. So
it's quite an interesting situation really, that's for sure. Jo, my daughter, as Katie said, would have been here. She was number 1 in the ranking. She actually won the Commonwealth Championships last time. And I was number 6 in England ranking, but because Jo couldn't come, I'm here. So I get to be in the team with Katie, which is fantastic. And Neil is actually first reserve for the men's sabre team.
And my mum should be here fencing for the veterans as well, but she got injured a while ago, so unfortunately she couldn't. But otherwise she'd be fencing with Jane in the vets team next week. So
next week is
everyone
veterans.
Finds it a bit weird.
We're going to need a flow chart.
Yeah,
yes, you need to write this down.
I tried to do it.
A dynasty really, actually.
Yeah.
It must be so odd when you have to face each other on the piste though as well. How do you approach that, or do you just have to sort of just forget who's behind the mask and?
When you pull the mask down, you kind of do forget things really. But before that, there's quite a lot going on in the head really, actually.
But also it's funny because obviously my mum and Neil were here watching too, so they were like, well, which end do we go with? And I said, well, depends how much you want me to change my last name, but but no, they just keep neutral.
They just stood right back and didn't say a thing and didn't do a thing really, which was great. But we had a lot of support from all the other England fencers, didn't we really? And and I've been really accepted in this team. It's been fantastic actually, even though I am actually considerably older than most of the team.
Sounds like there was a bit of diplomacy in action then on all sides.
She's a formidable fencer actually. I enjoy fencing her, but she's so good.
Yeah, same. It's always a good match. It's always not in any way ever an easy fight, I don't think, from the other points of view.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Some chats over Sunday roast and all that kind of stuff, a bit more interesting when you've got all that to deal with if you've had a tricky defeat or
I mostly fence in the veterans actually. As I say, next week will be I'll be fencing there as well. So
But there's always a lot of fencing talk. At any time when we're all together, it's invariably always tends to it.
Yes.
Because you spend so much time with the same groups of people and at competitions where we've all had the same experiences. So it's really nice in that sense.
Actually, you fenced with Neil and Jenny and Jo in previous Commonwealth Championships, haven't you?
Yeah.
And this is my first one, believe it or not. But actually, you've done 3.
Yeah, this is my third.
Yeah.
I've been in a team with Jo for 4 other times as well. So it's
and Gilda actually, and also Jenny, my other daughter, my eldest daughter. Her partner is called Chris Buxton. And he was also in the Commonwealth team before. And actually, he does give me lessons too sometimes. So it's all very linked together. It's quite interesting.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, folks. That's very kind. I'm glad we managed to survive the family troubles, if there are any.
It makes being with the mother-in-law a lot easier.
And you know how to sort them out as well. Get on the piste and you can sort out any disputes.
Basically, yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Jane, Katie,
Cheers.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.